Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday affiliate marketing training. My name is Trevor, and we're going to take a little bit today and just pause and sort of look high level at what we've been doing over the last several weeks. One thing you'll notice, and I'll get back to this PowerPoint, what our topic is going to be here in just a second, but I want to direct you to this page right here. This is our YouTube playlist for affiliate marketing. And I'm going to send this out to all of you guys who are here with me live, just so you've got a copy of this. Send to all. If this is your first time doing one of these trainings and you want to find this playlist, I think you can do it a few ways here. Let's see if we can search for it. If you just type in my name, Trevor Shipp Affiliate Marketing, you're going to see the playlist right here. You see that? Just Trevor Shipp Affiliate Marketing into the YouTube search box, and you're going to see this playlist that has 20 videos right now. We've been doing this for about the last 20 weeks. If I click on affiliate marketing there, it's going to take us into this playlist where it shows all these different trainings all the way to 20. Okay? I'll click on this again, and it'll take me out to this list right here. So this dates back to, when did we do this one right here? We did this one August 7th. And then we did Google AdSense 101 on August 13th. So yeah, this dates back to August. We've been doing this affiliate marketing training since August. So August, September, October, November, December, January, and now midway through February. That's over 6 months of this stuff, right? And I think sometimes as we get so involved in a topic like this, all of these are sort of building on one another. I think sometimes it's hard to see the forest through the trees, as they say, right? So I want to take a few minutes today to kind of explain to you a little bit better what we're trying to accomplish and just revisit some of our high-level goals so that you guys can, in fact, see the forest through the trees, okay? So let me bring this full screen here. View, present. There we go. Okay. So let's just do a little summary of what we've learned since August in this affiliate marketing training series. Number one, we've learned how to choose a niche, right, for our affiliate article-based site. Okay, and all this stuff that we've learned right here is in those 20 videos that I just showed you a minute ago. Okay, we've learned how to choose a niche. We've learned how to choose a domain for that niche, right? We've learned, number three, how to set up your website using WordPress and some type of hosting company. A lot of you guys use my recommended one-in-one hosting, which does a really good job for this and makes this whole process very cheap. Number four, we've taught you a little bit of basic SEO for your blog. Now let's stop for a second. When I say SEO for your blog, what am I talking about? What's SEO? How would you define SEO to somebody who doesn't really know what that means? SEO is what? It's an acronym, right? An acronym that means what? Okay, it's definitely search engine optimization. But what does that mean? I don't know what I'm talking about. I've heard of SEO. I know it means search engine optimization, but explain that in layman's terms. I'm just giving you a minute because I know it probably takes a little longer to type out an explanation for that. I like what you said there, Jacqueline. You said it's basically how to get a good ranking in Google. Yeah, at its core, I would say that's true. Yeah, getting your site ready for Google, Gail says, using keywords and phrases. Yeah, SEO is it's a whole lot of things, right? It's a whole lot of things that help you get high rankings in Google. So we've taught you some basic SEO, just a little bit of SEO on your blog posts. Number 5, we've talked about how to create good quality non-duplicate content for your article-based niche site. And can I just highlight quality non-duplicate content? You'll never be very good at this affiliate marketing stuff unless you know how to create some decent content, usable, worthwhile reading that people would actually spend some time looking at. Number 6, we've talked about image laws and how to go out there and get images for your site where you're not going to break any laws, right? That's part of what we talked about. Number 7, after all of that, and this is what we've been doing over probably the past, I don't know, what do you think, guys? Maybe about the past 5 or 6 weeks, we've been talking about how to monetize that blog that we're working on, right? And so far, from a monetization perspective, we've talked about CJ.com, Linkshare.com, ShareSale.com, ClickBank.com, and Google AdSense. All different ways that you can turn a simple, informational website into something that can make money, right? We always use the example in our trainings. We say, building an article site or an affiliate website is a little bit like creating a TV show, right? The show Seinfeld never sold a product, did it? It was just a show for entertainment, and it showed up on Fox for a lot of years. But it made a ton of money, right? How did it make a ton of money? Because the networks paid for it. They were making money off of the commercials, right? It's the advertising in television that makes television money. Wouldn't you say that's true? If ads and commercials didn't exist, TV wouldn't exist because there would be no money in it. But it does because of the ads, and therefore really well done pages on the internet that have good, valuable information often exist because people are willing to pay for ads on those types of sites. And that's what we're trying to recreate, right? Okay, so that's number 7. Number 8, we've talked a little bit about Google Analytics and tracking our visitors. We haven't talked about that enough, I don't think, and that's probably something we're going to do in the next portion of our affiliate marketing training. So, right, for those of you guys who've been to a lot of these, this is a pretty good summary, isn't it? This is really what we've been talking about over the last 6 months. Am I missing anything big here, you think? For those of you guys who are coming on a regular basis, what else have you learned over the past 6 months when you've been learning about affiliate marketing that we haven't discussed here? Anything else that you feel like I've missed that stuck out to you? And if some of this stuff is fuzzy to you, can I just recommend right now you go back and you watch a few of those recordings so that this stuff isn't fuzzy. You should know this stuff fairly well. All right, while you're responding to that, let me just move on to this next slide for just a second. Okay, so let's talk about if you've been doing this and you've been following along these trainings and trying to keep up. Obviously, I'd prefer you don't just come here to learn. I'd prefer you come here to learn and to apply what you learn after we have these trainings. Let me tell you where you should be based on what you've learned from these 6 months worth of webinars. Okay, number 1, you should have a domain name using WordPress as your affiliate marketing platform. Which also means, number 2, you should have a very simple design for your website. We never told you guys to spend money or time on these affiliate sites designs yet. We told you to pick a very simple template, customize some simple colors, maybe put together a very, very simple logo, and then focus your time and your energy on your content, not your design. Can you imagine if a Walmart in your area opened up a store? Beautiful, giant new Walmart store. And you walked in because you were invited to check out the store early before anybody else could go in and shop. And you walked in, and it was this giant warehouse with all these shelves, but the shelves were empty. It was clean, it was colorful, this beautiful store, but the shelves were empty. Obviously, a business like that isn't going to make any money. And I compare that to my clients who, when they're starting one of these sites, they're so focused on making their site look pretty that they don't spend a lot of time actually building out their content and their articles, and then it never gets going. And I know there's some of you guys that are like that are even that are here tonight, that'll just, they worry about their design and how dare they show their site to someone unless it's absolutely perfect, and that's just not the right mentality to have. You can have a nice looking site, but that's not gonna impact anything unless you have content. So a very simple design, like we've talked about, right? You can worry and improve that design as your site gets going. You guys should see. I don't know if I've got a screenshot somewhere. I might, but one of my original blogs, its first design was just. I mean, this was probably close to 10 years ago. It was just terrible. It was a terrible, ugly design. And I probably changed it 45 times over the course of several years. And then I finally thought to myself, well, maybe I'm focusing on the wrong thing. Maybe I should be focusing on what's most important, which is your content. Now, number 3, if you've been following what we've been teaching here, we've wanted you to have at least 10, 15 or so really well done articles on your site as early and as quickly as you can possibly get those articles on your site. Well written is the key. These need to be done well, and that actually is I'm going to talk about that here more in just a second. Number 4, we've talked about the information pages that you've got to have. So you should have on your site not only a bunch of content, but you should have an About Us page that's been created, a contact page. I say etc., but I definitely think you need a privacy or a policies page on the site. We did a training on that. So those pages should be intact on your site. You should have content with images and videos, number 5, and other important additions. So, I've seen some of your guys' blogs, which are okay as you're getting started, but it looks like a big wall of text, and we need to break that up with really good images. You can use YouTube videos. You can use a lot to kind of spruce up that content a little bit. And then number 6, although we've been talking a lot about monetization and working with affiliate networks and AdSense, we should do it fairly conservatively. Remember the analogy to like a Seinfeld episode being our site. Unfortunately, I feel like there's too many commercials on TV anyway, right? But if you can imagine Seinfeld having 5 minutes worth of programming television value, right? And 25 minutes of commercials, nobody would watch it. Nobody would. It's not worth it, right? These days, I feel like TV programs get away with almost half and half, it seems like. But imagine if it was, 5 minutes and then 25 minutes of commercials, nobody would watch it. So it's the same with your site and your ads. You gotta be careful about plastering it full of banners and links and AdSense. I just think that I just think it would be wise to go conservative early on. Okay, good. All right, let's see. So that's where we should be probably. Most you guys, I think you should have a list of affiliates that you've actually applied for and been approved through in CJ, ShareASale, LinkShare, et cetera, right? ClickBank. You guys should have gone through their networks, not just applied. I don't want to hear that you're just a member there. I want you to say, hey, Trevor, I've got these 15 affiliates that I'm going to be promoting. That's what you should have at this stage, okay? And those affiliates can kind of direct your content as you go. So I want to talk about where we go from here. So, I've contemplated whether or not I want to keep doing affiliate marketing trainings right now. Obviously we need lots more affiliate marketing training, but I also want to do more, website training, specifically helping you guys with your e-commerce sites. And unfortunately, during the week, I really only have one opportunity to do marketing training. And so for a while, we've lacked a lot of good affiliate marketing webinars that we can use and share with you guys. So I decided to spend time on that. I may want to revert back, though, to doing more training on helping you market your e-commerce site. But lucky for us, this is where both lines converge. The affiliate marketing line and the e-commerce line. When you're talking about internet marketing in general, marketing in an article site and an e-commerce site, there's actually a lot of overlap. The strategies for both are kind of the same. So we'll talk about that, but where we go from here, I am going to continue to do affiliate marketing training for a little bit, but we may switch on and off. So this may not be exclusively affiliate marketing training on Thursdays. We'll do some other types of marketing. So number one, if you've got your 10 or 15 blog posts, can I just suggest number one is more content. Any successful blog is going to have fresh content on a regular basis, and I need you guys to set some goals behind that. However many blog articles that are well done that you can write, you need to set some goals as to how often you're going to create them. Now, there was a time with one of my blogs where I got really ambitious, and I would do a good blog post every single day, 6 days a week. Sunday would be the only day that I wouldn't. And think about that. In the course of a month, you can have nearly 30 blog posts written on your site. Now that's hard to sustain that type of production because you're going to get worn out. Maybe. For some of you guys that like writing a fair bit, maybe you wouldn't. But what's nice about that is when you're cranking out that much content, if it's really good quality, it doubles and triples the size of your site quickly. And that's really what you need. So number one, more content, and just set some reasonable goals for yourself. I think it's fair to do 1 or 2 blog posts a week. I think you can do that. Good quality, well-written blog posts, 1 or 2 a week is a fair goal. More if you can do it. Number 2, more content. Okay, we can't emphasize this enough. Don't skimp. Nothing copied. In this kind of an industry, your content is like your product. So if you're imagining selling products on your e-commerce store, you make money off of your individual products, right? Well, on an article site, you make money off of articles that are getting a lot of traffic. So your product is essentially your articles, and if you feel like you're stuck there and you don't know what else to write, what other content to create, we need to have a conversation about that because there is so much more that you can do. Go out and look at your competition, think outside the box a little bit, think about what people really want to read. Use tools like keywordtool.io that we've talked about before that will help you come up with ideas for your content. That should be the whole game plan here. Now, number 3 is you need to be checking your Google Analytics every few weeks just to see if your traffic is growing at all. A lot of times, and I have showed you guys this before. This was when we were talking about Google Analytics, but you have to be so careful that you don't judge the health and the prospects of your website off of how much traffic you're getting early on. Like I've seen really, really well done blogs and websites where their first 2 or 3 months, they're getting virtually no traffic at all. They're writing and creating new content, but they're getting almost no traffic at all out of the search engines. And so that traffic will come, and it was the same. It was the very same for several blogs that I've created. The traffic didn't come right away, but it did come later. So just keep that in mind. Try not to be too critical about your site early on, because the traffic will come. And then number 4, if you want to amplify your traffic, you need to actually start marketing above and beyond your content. So I think for an article site, your best marketing tool is just creating really great content, because it'll get found, it'll get shared. People will share it on Facebook. People will share it on Twitter. It'll get linked to from forums and different articles. Good content can do its own marketing for you, but if you want to amplify it, you'll do A, B, C, and D here. So social media. We should probably consider creating Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest accounts, and more for our blog. And then then letter B there, we should be doing SEO. And I guess I won't say too much about SEO other than we need to be applying good keywords to our site. We need to do good on-site SEO where we're putting them in H tags and meta tags, etc., URLs. C, we need to do link building, where you're getting other sites on the internet to link back to you, and then D, much more. So, I mean, marketing, there's a lot of different marketing things you can do for your blog. And the cool thing is there is a whole lot of overlap. So we've taught marketing in the past in this Thursday night training, and some of it is online on that YouTube page, and you guys can go there and see it. But we teach a lot of link building strategies, directories, blog commenting that work for both e-commerce sites and affiliate sites. Okay, we do both of those. So that's where we want to go from here. And then I got to say, additionally, on this, I think this is my last slide here. No, number 5. I think you guys, if you haven't already, you need to make a plan here. So you should be extremely scheduled. And I guess what I mean by that is treat this like a job, not a hobby. So you're going to want to really allocate time each day or every few days, whatever you can do, to the site and to your web business, and actually follow through with that, almost like you're punching the clock for yourself. I don't know how many of you guys are like this, but sometimes if your heart's not in it, or your mind's kind of one place and you're trying to make yourself work, but it's hard to force yourself to. If you sit down at the computer and try, you find yourself spending more time on Facebook, maybe CNN or Fox News, like reading the news or local news, maybe checking the sports scores on ESPN. And then you get back and you say, okay, well, I got to get to work. But then all of a sudden you find yourself on social media, or you're on YouTube watching whatever kind of funny video you can find. In my case, with my kids, it's always like little cat videos. They think those are hilarious. So we're watching little kitty videos on YouTube, right? So you just got to be careful about how you spend your time. You can tell me you're working 30 hours a week, but how many of those 30 hours a week are actually effective? It's pretty hard if you've never been in a position where you have to work for yourself, when you've always had a boss breathing down the back of your neck. You've always been forced to get things done. But what if there's nobody breathing down the back of your neck, right? You got to do the work for yourself. So I just want you to make a plan. Number 1, how many hours a week are you going to work at it? 2, how many of those hours are you going to be working on content? And then 3, how many of those hours are you going to be working on marketing? Start allocating some times or allocating time to both of those. I would say more for the content side of things, and stick to it. And over the long term, that's going to pay off really nicely for you. Okay, and then last but not least, as far as going forward with what we're doing here, if you've got self-hosting through One-on-One or some other hosting service, you can have multiple blogs that don't cost you anything extra, apart from registering a domain name for an extra $10 a year or whatever. So seriously, you could have, right? You have 3 or 4 blogs that are costing you like $70, $80 a year, all going at once. Now, I don't know if I'd recommend you guys go out and start setting up multiple blogs yet until you figure out what's going on your first one. But there's no big cost here if you're doing blogs. It really isn't. Just the time to pick another niche, choose another domain, create another simple design, and start cranking out content. But truly, it has to be stuff you're passionate about. I've had a few of you ask me, hey, what industries pay out the best in ads? And it's like, well, there's quite a few of them. The law industry, or finance pays out pretty well, or health and wellness, fitness, nutrition industry has some good paying ads. But it's like, don't do that unless you actually like that, because it's going to be hard for you to work on content as you go along. So anyway, just more sites is always an option. If you're not thrilled with your first site, consider a second one. I can't tell you how many sites I started when I first got doing this. When I was trying it on my own, I didn't have a mentoring program like this. And I went through a whole bunch of different sites just trying to figure this out. Luckily, you guys don't have to do that, but it doesn't hurt to say, you know what, I picked a niche that I don't really love, and I'm struggling with it. Maybe I'll try a different article site, right? And you'll be better for it. The next one's always better. I feel like anyway. Okay, so let's just see. I don't think I'm going to go over any more. No, this is it. This is plenty right now. Let me just take you back out really quick, though. If you just search my name on YouTube, whoops, two P's. I don't even know how to spell my own name, huh? If you type in my name, you find my channel page here. Let me zoom in so you guys can see this a little bit better. Find my channel page. And then once you're on my actual channel page, if you click on videos, or I'm sorry, not videos, but playlists, and you can actually find the marketing section right here. Okay? So marketing, we initially created more so for your e-commerce sites, but there's information starting at about number 7 here that's pretty universal to affiliate sites and e-commerce sites alike. So 7 through who knows how many. It's all good stuff for marketing your blog. So if you're like, how do I market my blog? Come on over here and start with number 7, and you'll get some really good ideas on how you can start. And absolutely not, Jeff. I guess it makes at least 2 of us. Jeff says, I thought I was the only one distracted by Fox News and Facebook and everything else. Yeah. Hey, I mean, with this presidential campaign going on, there's always some fun stuff to go read and hear and learn about on the news, right? It's like a giant traveling circus, isn't it? You just got to stay focused, and it's hard to do on the internet sometimes. Okay. So let's, if you've got any questions, let's take them now. I'm glad you stuck with me on this, because I hesitated a little bit doing kind of a summary training like this, because this is all kind of a review and a highlight of stuff that we've talked about before. But I wanted to give you a higher level, big picture again, and what we're trying to accomplish here by doing this affiliate marketing stuff. And I'm going to keep doing this. We'll do this the rest of the year. I'd like to, if I can work it out in my schedule, I'd like to set apart another hour and have like just an hour for affiliate marketing, and then another hour for, regular e-commerce type marketing. It's just there's just not enough hours in a day, right? I host 3 of these every week. I do Volusion training on web design. I do this one, and then I do eBay, and it's just hard to find more hours in the day to do it. But I'll do my best on that. Of course, if there's anything that you guys feel like you really need, I'd take suggestions for these trainings, and I'd of course love to hear any of those suggestions that you have. Let's see. Okay. Well, any other questions or comments then before we finish up? There's about 40 of you guys here. Lots of stragglers, I guess, came in as we were talking. By the way, Kathy, this is for Kathy W. I've got your email. I will be responding back to you, so hold on tight. Oh, of course, Cheryl. Yeah, if I end up doing a new a new webinar series, I'll certainly let you know. I'd love to do more, and I may do just that. It's just a case of, you know, trying to find the time. You guys know how it goes. I'll give you just a sec. I don't expect a whole ton of commentary on this because it was a little more of a review. But if you've got some comments, go ahead and make them, and then I'm going to turn off the recording right now anyway. If you're watching this recording, thanks for coming along, and hopefully this little refresher here helps you out going forward.